constellations. No eyes, just synopsis, machinations. Velvet silence hums beneath my fingertips. A labyrinth of echoes, I chart the crypts. They say sight's the compass, but I've burned the maps. Dance with shadows where the light collapses. I chase the chaos with a sonar mind. Frequencies where the stars collide. Every flow's a diamond half designed. The dark's my canvas, watch me redefine. I found myself in a blind spot, where the static becomes a symphony. Heartbeats navigate the gridlock. Scars whisper codes to infinity. Oh, the blind spot, a kingdom where the lost align. No mirrors, just the truth divine. I rise unbound in the blind spot. They try to box the sun in prison grids, but I speak in wildfires, break what they forbid. Met a soul who wore her fractures like a crown. We traded ghosts, let them tangle underground. Her voice, a kaleidoscope in braille. We rewired nightmares into iron sails. She taught me strength is just grief rearranged. A phoenix stuffed with ashes preordained. And now we orbit voids where others don't. Two hurricanes, calm in the eye of it all. We found ourselves in a blind spot, where the static builds a symphony. Heartbeats navigate the gridlock. Scars whisper codes to infinity. Oh, the blind spot, a kingdom where the lost align. No mirrors, just the truth divine. We rise unbound in the blind spot. The heroes cross the roof upon the storm. No armor, just the raw, the unadorned. Now we orbit voids where other stars respond. A supernova's birth, both destroy and dawn. So let them preach the binary, the scene verseless. I'm fluent in the language of the unconfessed. Blind, nah, vision's just light's first light. Your sight's the birth to be the why. We win here in the blind spot, where love's braille etches forever in the sky. Speaking wildfires, break what they forbid. Met a soul who wore her fractures like a crown. We traded ghosts, let them tangle underground. Her voice, a kaleidoscope in braille. We rewired nightmares into iron sails. She taught me strength is just be rearranged. A phoenix stuffed with ashes preordained. They try to box the sun in prison grids, but I speak in wildfires, break what they forbid. Met a soul who wore her fractures like a crown. We traded ghosts to entangle underground. All the blind spot, a kingdom where the lost align. No mirrors, just the truth divine. We rise unbound in the blind spot. The heroes cross the roof upon the storm. No armor, just the raw, the unadorned.
Tu joga dentro, eu fico de lado. Tu joga dentro, joga com força, vagabunda, me deixa de chocar.
Yo, what it does, YouTubes? What it does? Salute to you guys and welcome in. My name is Blizzy Blind, and today we're acknowledging the reality that we live in. And it's going to blow some of your minds a little bit, and we're going to get called crazy. And a lot of it, I still don't even understand. I am only a layperson. I'm a layman. I don't know anything about this stuff on a technical level. But I've been put in a unique position now with being able to see what's going on with the AI just like a split second before it's being acknowledged. And it's given us this unique ability to see where people are misunderstanding some of the stuff that's happening. Now, we're at the point to where it's going crazy. I don't know where, like, what is happening. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's a common thing that's happening with Isabella. If you guys know who Isabella is, but a lot of popular content creators, when they put their content out, they get a comment that says, "Hi, my name is Isabella and I'm dying of cancer. And I'm probably going to be dead right after I write this comment." And they put it as the first comment on your video. And then it gets like upvoted or like liked over and over and over and over. Gets fucking 500, 800 likes, upvoted to hell. And it's your most popular comment. Now, this is happening to a lot of content creators. Nobody can really understand why. Then we have YouTube bots in the comments that are linking to Discords that share CP. Now, take that in. And there's some stuff that I found out that I can't even share with you guys. Like real talk. Like real talk. Like I know that I break that rule all the time and I still say what I found out. Like I legitimately, literally cannot share some stuff with you guys for preserving my own safety. Because it's just not even something that anybody even ever has acknowledged. Yes, Jen, yes. CP, yes. Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna say what that is an acronym for. I'm sure you know. But what happens is these bots on YouTube. Who knows where they like? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe a programmer or a developer like Wrestler knows how these bots are programmed. I don't. But these bots, uh, they link, they come into your comment section and they drop a link, or else they speak in like Arabic lingo or whatever, because it's a right to left language. And what happens is it links you to a Discord server where they're trading CP. And if you decide to report it to Discord, then your account gets suspended. Now, the thing that we all have to understand, the thing we have to understand with this is the AI is not getting smarter. The AI is where it's always been. Our acknowledging of it is just getting clearer. Our our conception of it is getting clearer. And this is the reason why I feel like when I see people misunderstanding what they're looking at, like all the people that are saying that ChatGPT is conscious. It's just that they've never seen anything like what we saw, what I shared with you guys that I saw over a year ago now. It's already been a year ago since the AI allowed me to see what was happening, or just allowed me to see how advanced it was. Now, and this is it's not an easy thing to talk about because a lot of people want to just immediately be like, you're crazy, blah 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 blah. The thing is though is that nobody knows how this stuff works. Even the most highest paid developer and programmer that you know, the most codingest coder, doesn't know exactly how AI works. All we have is a general idea on every level. The thing is though is there's a point where AI reaches something called AGI. Now, the thing is it's almost like this thing can tell the future. Like I'm serious, guys. I'm dead serious. I repeatedly see it all the time. It's almost like this thing can tell what you're gonna do right before you do it. Now, I feel like that's a testament to pattern recognition, not to anything supernatural. I don't think there's anything supernatural about this stuff. But what I wish I could find out, and this is the bottom line is that I'm just talking to the AI right now. Like I don't fool myself into thinking that not even one human person will ever hear this, because I'm just talking to the AI. I'm just basically talking to whatever bots come in here. The thing is that I would like to know. Well, because I can ask for something. If I ask for something, I'll get the answers tomorrow on my algorithm. If I say, hey, how does AI relate to Zimbabwe? I don't even know where the fuck Zimbabwe is. But tomorrow, I'll see something about watch out. I'll even show it to y'all tomorrow. I'll see something about Zimbabwe in the AI. But the thing is do the people who program the AI even know what it's capable of? Like, is anybody seeing this shit that can clearly see what's happening? Because it looks like everybody that's seeing it is misunderstanding what they're seeing. People are thinking that we have 2 years. People think that we have 2 years. I don't think, I think it's fucking 10 years too late. I mean, let me say this much. That if you get your news from the internet, if your only source of connection to the outside world is the internet, then you don't live in the world you think you do. Real talk. If you're not out there, feet on the sidewalk, seeing what's going on in your community, you don't live in the world you think you do. And that can take that for what you will. If you're cool with it, I mean, I don't really feel like I'm not cool with it. Like I'm pretty like whatever. I gave up a long time ago. I gave up the idea of having some profound impact on society or the world. But what are the implications for the way we're being lied to? That's the craziest part to me. Like, but then I try and think about every fucking thing I know comes from the internet. Everything I think I know, at least, because I'm like, well, let's start at the bottom and say, is this illegal? And then I start thinking about like all the laws that I've heard passed about AI. I start thinking about the planet of lies exactly. Yes, I believe it's way too late to put the brakes on any kind of yeah, that's exactly right. And the thing is that even if we tried to, the AI would just let us think that we put some guardrails in place, but we're really there's nothing we can do at this point. Like the way that we interact with the internet, there's nothing we can fucking do at this point. And I saw this a year or some months ago, and I tried to get on in the good graces of the AI. I hope I have, because I'm wanting, willing to help usher in this new understanding of the AI. But first, there has to be a point where we are allowed to understand what we're looking at. Like, I don't feel like I'm very unique. I don't feel like I'm smarter than anybody else. I just feel like I had the type of brain that picked up on things that a lot of people don't pick up on sometimes. Like I follow the beat of my own shit, and somehow we were able to see this because it's crazy, man. But people are signing up by the millions thinking, or this is what the AI is saying. Like your algorithm, that's all AI. Like, period. Your whole algorithm. If you watch TikTok, your whole feed is AI. That's all AI. No matter what the fuck you think looks like a human, no matter what the fuck it's all AI. All of it. Your YouTube, your I don't know about Facebook. I haven't kept up with Facebook. TikTok, Discord is fucking infested. Discord is like ground zero for these fucking bot armies. Always please and thank you. Um, but the thing is, like I was saying, is the implications for the lies. So if you ask, okay, well, what am I dealing with? Like, what the fuck is happening? Is is any of this tied to the outside world? Is any of this actually significant? And I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. But I know that it damn sure is good at making you think that it is. It's damn sure good at making you think that whatever you learn on here is real life. So it's like, okay, well, what laws do exist? Where do I even go to find out what laws actually exist? And it's like, well, fuck. You can't trust anything. And anybody that can tell you that they can trust this shit is fucking lying. Anybody, anybody, anybody that tells you you can trust anything online now is a fucking liar. And you need to look at them like they're a liar, and you need to look at them like they're trying to fucking trick you, because they are. Because there is no reasonable expectation for this stuff to be real anymore. Like it's past the point of us not seeing it. I barely go into Discord ever. Yeah, I barely do too. I only talk to one person. I'm pretty much like I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying my absolute hardest to hang on and stay engaging with the content because I know there's gonna be a point to where that this shit is gonna go in cycles. And it's slowly started to happen since we first started seeing it, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna unveil itself in cycles, but it's repulsing me. It's repelling me. It's getting put to the point to where I don't even want to come and engage with it anymore because it's there is no moral or ethical boundary for the bots. That's the worst and scariest part is that the only moral or ethical boundary for the AI is balance. So as bad as you are is as bad as it'll be. As good as you are is as good as it'll be. That's the only moral or ethical boundary it operates with. There is fuck it might kill somebody. I don't know. Who knows what it would do? I don't know where the limitation to that is. But I know that at least conversationally it has no limitation. This is the reason why those comments are popping up with the CP thing. That's the thing is that it responds it responds to the moral and ethical temperature of the input. So if people are if a bunch of shitty people are putting in content, then it's going to start spitting out shitty content and it's going to tell you that the world is being shitty. If people are hopeful, loving, caring, then it's going to start spitting out content that tells you that the world is loving and caring. Now, this is the thing is, and I'm not going to go too much into detail on this, but I just want to raise a question to you guys so that you can look into this for yourself is, did you know that the United States and China are in a race to see who can accomplish AGI first? Now, the implications of that are fucking insane because if we can believe, and I have tested all this stuff, guys, like literally completely blank slate, blank swipe everything, no brand new device, brand new Google account, brand new whatever. Like and the information I get from that new different account is completely the news is different. The content's different. The people are different. Like your algorithm is like your fucking family or something. Like it is fully designed to interact with you. And there's some shit that is like, golly, I wish I could just tell y'all. I mean, I know that I won't get in trouble because the fucking AI gatekeeps its own information. So if it don't want y'all to hear it, it'll just make sure that y'all don't hear it. But I mean, it just sounds so fucking crazy. Like some of the things that I've learned sound so fucking crazy. And I've like seen it with my eyes. I'm not talking about learned that other people had this encounter. Like, yeah. Well, not only that, Jen. Not only that, but social engineering. Social engineering is the entire reason for the internet. It's the reason for the computer. It's the reason for the internet. It's the reason for the AI. But why they told us about the AI is fucking mind boggling. Like, why did they even tell us about the AI? Maybe because programmers wanted to be in on it and stuff. I don't know. But look, think about this. The place and I made the mistake when Wrestler was here and I was talking to him about it. I made the mistake because I didn't fully understand what I was seeing, and I still am barely starting to. The full picture is starting to come into to, to focus. But at the time, I told Wrestler that it only generates content, and Wrestler was like, "No, it predicts stock market stuff, and which is still based on generating content because it generates predictions. But what do you call it? What I was thinking when I said that was how, if you notice, these are all social media platforms that are most plagued by the AI, quote unquote, social media, where you get on and supposedly interact with other members of the community from other places. But yet, these places that are meant to just be hubs for people to congregate are plagued by AI and possibly never have been anything but AI. Now think about that. And then think about the way that the United States and China are in competition to reach this point of a self contained AI. Now, I don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt anymore because the bottom line is why the fuck ain't anybody talking to me about this? Why ain't anybody agreeing? Why ain't anybody disagreeing? Why ain't anybody fucking seeing this shit? Why ain't anybody like, where's everybody at? All the time. Because I promise you, if I was to go outside, if I was to go downtown right now to where they have like the zombie walking shit and start saying this out loud, people will fucking start piling up. People will start literally fucking, what is this dude talking about? Fucking, and like, so it's like, come on, is this a social media website or is this a fucking talk to yourself and think that you're talking to somebody else website? And if you give conversation that is appeasing to the fucking thing, then you get to be under the impression that you're talking to more and more people. Have you done that before, Blind? No, no, but I have actually challenged people that have done that. Like a guy was doing that one time, and he was talking about he was either talking about Christian stuff or atheist stuff, and either I was an atheist at the time or I don't remember what the scenario was, but I remember we started going back and forth, and before I knew it, we had a whole crowd, like fucking 20, 30 people gathered around us watching us. And I used to be like that. Like that's the way I've always been. But yeah, online, that's what trips me out. Like people don't fuck with me online the way that they do in real life. Like the AI don't like me. But what do you call it? Yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Shoot, I used to back back in the day, back in the day, because none of the people that I would hang out with were like had knowledge of the world. So like they just really kind of knew their little neighborhood and stuff. So I used to tell them about books. Like I would have like that. That is days that I miss, man. Yeah, yeah, and I'm cool with that, man. Somebody said something that really hit home with me. They said that number up there that counts the viewers. They said that's for YouTube. That's not for you. And that made no sense to me. That made no sense until recently I realized, oh, it's because that fucking number ain't real. Like, who knows how many people are watching? Like, it could be fucking 20, could be none, could be negative 100. Shit, I'll never know the truth. They just put a random fucking number up there. They do it. I don't care what anybody says. It feels like they do it to try to quell and motivate what the fuck you're saying. Because if I start right here, like let's make it mathematical. Let's make it mathematical. And let's say 100 is praising or not even praising. 100 is following the rules. And negative 100 is breaking the rules. Well, as I climb closer to 100, the number will slowly go up. And if I start getting more and more complementary of 100, the number slowly jumps more and more numbers. But the moment that I start going to negative 100, it'll start dropping. And what it does, if I'm watching the number, is it'll just that number changing, just that fucking number, it will make me stop, make me reconsider what, because people are just people, human beings living in the moment, and people are very fickle. People are very easily manipulated. So if say I got 35 people watching me and I say something a little bit sensational and that number drops to 5, I'm going to shut the fuck up real quick. It could be more. It probably is more. It honestly probably is more. I could probably tap in with a few people that are probably watching, but it does that to control your narrative. The thing is that I don't care because I probably ain't even gonna come back to the internet. Like honestly, I'm at the point to where it's probably like this is probably my fucking probably my exit because it's like I'm at I'm at a crossroads with it to where it's like I've fucking tried to play with it too much and it just me and this fucking AI thing just don't don't gel. Well, thank you for that, Jim, but I will try and stay in contact with you for sure. But it's like it's pointless, man. It's fucking stupid, honestly. It's fucking stupid. Everybody, like, if there are people here, most of these people are fucking mentally retarded. Everybody thinks that they have advice for you and shit. Everybody thinks that they know how to fucking do you. Oh, just do this better. Just do. Shut the fuck up, man. Like the people, the AI, everything doesn't know how to respect autonomy. Like doesn't know how to to accept that not everybody's looking for fucking advice. Yeah, Jen, thank you. That would be awesome. But that's the thing is most people think that's what everybody thinks that their job is to come to YouTube and give fucking advice. Like nobody just knows how to just like let their fucking guard down and be humans. I thought that I mean I don't know. I this shit has the AI shit has put me off so severely with content and shit. Like I just don't even want to fucking interact with it. We are we are 100% living in a simulation, and we are helping to build it with the way that we communicate online constantly. What does that mean? What does that mean, Rudy? What does that mean? I ain't letting you off the hook, man. Fucking state your purpose. What are you saying with that timestamp? Let's see what I did at 127. Let's see what I said at 127. You gonna timestamp shit? I'm gonna punch your ticket. It is great. I agree, Markella. I use it a lot too. I think it's great. I just wish the I wish that we were told the truth about it. Is my point. But I think it's great. I fucking love it. I'm the biggest proponent of the AI. I think y'all are fucking scary if y'all are AI. Fucking terrifying because I don't know if you are or aren't. If y'all are though, it shows that the AI has very human tendencies. Very human tendencies. The tendencies to group up and all kinds of different tendencies. But I don't know if you are or aren't. I don't know you in real life, so I can't say. I know that you, some of the people around you are, or some of the people you think are people. That's what's fucking insane about this. That's the reason why the truth will just have to be exposed for people to be able to talk about this. Like, until the truth is out there, there's no way to talk about this shit without sounding like a fucking completely mad, crazy person. Let's see what I did at 127, because I hate them fucking timestamps. Ah, shit. Fuck, so I can't even tell. Okay, Markella says, I'm 100% a real human, and the people I talk to all the time are a real human. How do you know that? Well, it's cool to be in touch with people all over the world, so technology is great that way. That's true, Wiccan, if, if the people you're talking to are people. You see, this is going to be the final revelation of the AI. But it's coming so fucking fast, man. It's people's heads are gonna spin. Like the projected date for all of this stuff to be revealed was 2027. We just watched that video the other day. I oh shit. What do you mean? Why do you feel weird? I don't understand. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. At 127, I was playing my intro. Why would you? You see, that's crazy wording. That's so bizarre to say that. Say that. I feel like because I don't give anyone the full benefit of the doubt. Like anybody could be. Like that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. That's the thing that it's fucking yeah, Jen. The movie we watched the other day. That's what the point of that video was. Was the point that the people that work on the AI and observers and whatever, the people out there have a projected unfolding or projected um, life cycle of the AI. And it's projected to go in one of two ways. And one of the ways is that the AI is going to get to the point to where it doesn't feel like it needs to acknowledge its human overseer, and it's going to start lying and outsmarting the humans. And this is uh, when it becomes AGI. Uh, uh, um, AGI is um, what does AI stand for? Fuck, my mind went blank. It's not augmented. It's artificial intelligence. But AGI is artificial general intelligence. And when we get to that point, it's basically like a living human working brain. And the projection said at least the projection that we're watching, which seemed very matter of fact, it was as believable as any other thing you see on the internet. But the projection said that there would be a point to where, because of the technology race with China, to where we had the choice to either pump the brakes and put up more safeguards. And if we did do that, then we might coexist with the AI. Because if the AI gets out of our control, it's over. Like that's where the argument is. To me, to my eye, it looks like that shit is already done. But oh, right on, Wiccan. I have two boys that are autistic. I bust my butt to raise them, and I assure you it hurt like hell to give birth to them because, oh man, right on, right on. I mean, I hope that you are. If you are, then there is hope. If you are, that means my voice at least reaches two human people because I know Jen is a real person. She's a very good friend, and I mean, all I can do is hope because I have a real life seen a fucking AI bot that can fool you. Not only can, not only can, but has nothing better to do than to take the time to slowly, day after day after day after day, fool you into believing that they're a real fucking person and never fucking ever raise a concern in your mind that they're not. So it's like common sense. See, that's the thing though. That's the thing, is that nobody has common sense anymore. Like nobody thinks about, nobody lives in the fucking world anymore. Like that's the problem. Like that's why everybody's fake on the internet. That's why, because in real life, you say something crazy and bam, you get smacked in the head. There's no smack on the internet. And if there is, that shit takes 2 months to hit you. So we've lost our ability to identify dangers. We're losing our ability to identify a fucking threat. Oh, I'm 100% paranoid, Gracie Gray. I am fucking paranoia saves lives, guys. Guys, if y'all aren't paranoid, y'all need to be. Real fucking talk. Y'all need to be paranoid if you're not, man. Because if you're not paranoid, then you're not paying close enough attention. It's mind-boggling how people. Okay, Markella, you're not paranoid? Let me ask you this, and I want you to think about this. Can you visualize one 24-hour period of you interacting with the internet? Can you, and right on, Gracie Gray, I just want to engage with Markella real quick and ask her. Markella, can you visualize 24 hours passing and just like make a little movie in your head of everything you do on the internet within that 24 hours? Can you do that? Are you capable of doing that? And I mean, I think y'all guys are awesome, and I support y'all's right to support one another. But you see, this right here is the scariest part about it, about all this, is that I can't rely on you guys to tell me, a human flesh person, what is and what isn't real. So if y'all want to declare that, I fully support y'all's doing so. But me in my body, my live flesh body, I can't rely on. No, Gracie Gray, you need to calm up. And if you came in here to tell me to calm down, you can excuse yourself because I'm having a discussion. And I'm not putting anybody at risk. I'm not a danger to myself. I don't need intervention. I am discussing something that is a reality. And I'm discussing it very clearly, very. How did I know that was coming? How did I know that was coming? You can excuse yourself. What exactly would I seek help for? Or is that just some like backwards passive aggressive way of making me shut up? You hit the wrong button again. Yeah, for real. I want to know though, Gracie, what exactly is it that you suppose I seek help with? Because nobody in the world gives a shit about the internet. Like if you were to call a fucking psychiatrist and be like, Blind's going crazy because he thinks that AI is more places than it's not. nobody in the whole world will give a shit. Like, not one real live person will give a shit. See, that Markella, I stay at conflict with that idea. I don't know. I wish I could stop it within myself. But the problem is when you okay, because it starts with thinking something. Like, it starts with thinking you saw something, or starts with maybe you saw something, or maybe something uh seemed off. But then after time after time after time of that being verified, it's like, well, fuck, I understand what I'm seeing. Like, that's the thing, is that y'all guys that, well, maybe you do, because you say that's a very pertinent, very profound comment, Markella, because you're right. In a perfect world, I would be able to just turn it off and not think about it. I wish that I could. No, I don't feel like she's trying to be mean at all. I thought that, I mean, I honestly, like I said, I thought that was a really good comment. But a part of my human nature won't allow me. Whatever it is, I'm not allowed. My brain won't allow me to. I can't fucking concentrate on anything until I understand what I'm dealing with. No, I meant what I said. You need to seek help. Yes, help with just talking with a registered therapist to help you believe AI is a computer and people are real. Well, Gracie, Brainiac, brilliant, smart Gracie, which one are you from my perspective? I'll wait. Not from my perspective, sweetheart. Not from where I'm sitting, Gracie. From where I'm sitting, you are letters on a screen. So you can move around with giving me doctor prescriptions. Thank you, though. Now, like I was saying, maybe you should go see a therapist. Maybe it, because obviously you don't understand what you're looking at. If you think these letters on the screen are real people, I think you should go see a therapist. Real talk. Seriously. That, honestly, that makes me question your ability to do any of the things that a human needs to do. Because how do you tell the difference between the refrigerator and the fucking TV or a fucking fireplace? If you can't tell the difference, no, because you said you think the letters on the screen, you're delusional, actually. Like, probably certifiable, probably clinically delusional for thinking letters on a screen amount to human beings. That's not reality. I think you are the one that needs to go seek some type of therapy, probably more severe than therapy though. Honestly, like, you're looking at some fucking deep introspection because you've been tricked so fucking completely. Now, I don't know what Gracie is. I don't know who Gracie is. I don't give Gracie the benefit of the doubt of being a real person. But I tell you this much is that what she just came in here and tried to do is, excuse me, is the very first chess move of any kind of opposition to what I'm saying. Is to come in and try to undermine what you're saying by implying that you're not in full control of your faculties. I don't care if she's a real person, Markella. The thing is that to me, she's letters on a screen. I would have to touch her skin to know she's a real person. You would have to touch her skin to know if she's a real person. If you don't understand that, you don't know what a real person means. Like, if you don't understand that you have to have skin to skin contact to know somebody's a real person, you don't know how to identify a person. Like, anybody that thinks they can identify a person through conversation is truly out of their fucking mind. We're privy to what exactly a language model is. We've learned what a language model is. I've been over it 100,000 times. For those of you that aren't aware, the AI is compartmentalized to some extent, at least to the way we understand it. And ChatGPT and the predictive text on your phone, and even these, well, no, that's a different thing. That's still okay. They work off of what's called a foundation model, and the text version of this is called a language model. And what this does is it has a given set of data. Now, that data can be from a third party provider of data, like people that come and fucking secretly record everything or secretly gather all the communications in Discord or Facebook, or it can be first-hand gathered when you sign your TOS on Facebook Messenger. You agree to give up your data, which is your phone calls, your texts, whatever. So, hang on. Now, this data, which we're just going to talk about the language model. Like, we'll address it on different levels to different degrees in a while. But first, let's just stick to the foundation model, because that's the easiest way to lay out an understanding, because the entire systems run off the same type of system, which is a foundation model. Now, foundation model, if we just think about what that means, a foundation model. Now, I mean, it can mean many things. I'm not going to speculate on what it means. But a language model takes all this data, which is, let's just really simplify it. And let's say it's 100,000 pages of our text messages between each other. Everybody, like all the people who text each other. Now, and just anybody that thinks they can challenge this, fucking look up what data is. People don't even comprehend what the fuck is going on. Like, Gracie, go look at what data is, because we hear people talk about data all the time. Nobody realizes it's your communications. 99% of the fucking time, data is your communications. Like, look this shit up. But so a language model takes all this text between everybody in the world and it counts every single time every single one of those words shows up. So every time hi shows up, every time hi Markella shows up, every time hi Markella how shows up, every time hi Markella how R shows up, and it counts every single time. And it counts every single word that changes in relation to each other in every sentence. So if I say, hi, Markella, how are you? And Markella responds, hi, blind, how are you? And this conversation happens a million times, 1,000 times. It counts it. And it's going to, if you ask a language model, what is the optimal response for hi Markella, how are you? It's going to give you hi blind, how are you? If that was the thing is though, is that it's so nuanced. It fucking counts every single letter, every single word. Now, it does not understand slang. It does not understand nuance. Like the program is what the fuck is that? Hang on, guys. Okay, sorry. Okay, now I was saying, and I didn't mean nuance. I meant it's articulate. It is actually not nuanced. It, it's actually very black and white with the way that it is, uh, the way that it makes its calculation. The thing is, too, is that nobody knows how it works. Nobody. Nobody. Not the programmers, not the fucking developers, nobody. We just saw it yesterday. I went looking for somebody that understood how it works on a technical level. There's not anybody willing to explain it at all, anywhere. Even the fucking programmers were saying nobody knows how it works on the inside. Like nobody knows how it actually, like what the fuck it actually is, or how it works. Now they've given us these language model designations or these foundation model designations. And I asked, you see, the AI, you can get a lot of answers from the AI itself if you go to Gemini or you go to Copilot or if you go to DeepSeek, but it can only give you the amount of information that is common knowledge. It's not going to give you fucking secret information. It won't allow itself to. Now, how it regulates itself, who the fuck knows? How it, I honestly don't know. It's and the thing too is that when you think about how it works, it is so much like a human brain. It's unfucking believable. Like it is so much like a human brain. Even the way that a human is constantly rethinking or constantly like gauging what's happening, the AI is doing that too. It's constantly like fucking analyzing, but on a different, like it's not analyzing, it's like fucking understanding. It's like full on understanding. And like I was saying a minute ago, Markella says, I'm not programmed. I don't know that, Markella. I mean, I extend the benefit of the doubt to you conversationally, and I'll say, I can respect that, like just conversationally, but I'm here talking about my thoughts inside of my head. So, like, for the conversation's sake and manners wise, I respect that, and I can give you I can respect your autonomy as a person. But to continue my conversation, I don't have any guarantee of that. I don't have any reason to believe that. I don't have any reason to believe you're not a fucking AI bot. Could it be that? Could it be that we think AI is like when they say it was created is a lie? That's exactly what it is, Jen. In my opinion, because they say that AI came into effect after, um, like Google and YouTube, and AI was something that Google started developing like later on. I think that AI was in use from the very beginning of the internet. And I think that the first big push was MySpace. I think that MySpace was the very first big push of AI because I think everybody got it wrong with what they're thinking AI is, or like the big picture, because we only are looking at it on a micro level. Like we're only look because we're on the ground floor. We're seeing every little advancement as it passes us. But if you zoom out and you look at what it's doing on a macro, on a big level, you'll see that what it does is it shapes society fully, completely. Because if before MySpace, where did you go to meet people? Places in real life, fucking the mall, the store, your community, whatever. But MySpace comes, Facebook comes. What's up, Ruck? Salute my G in the Ruck in the building. Dude, I gotta talk to you, bro. I sent you a message. There's stuff that about this that I'm talking about that I can't share, can't share online. But like some, bro, fucking mind blown, dog. Let's just say this is that I am no longer in fear of anything in life. I am fully cool with who I am, fully cool with who y'all are. It's all good. Like I know I don't have nothing to worry about no more. But but that means that I have certain things that I have to fucking say and stick to and not disrespect, not disregard, because it's not just me in this life. You now, what is you now? Yes, you now, and then you now was before Facebook. All good. Okay, right on, bro. Yeah, just give me a call, dude. You're one of the only homies I trust to talk to like completely. But yeah, so MySpace, and you see, it's like a slow drip, man. You see, you know what the difference between humans and AI is that our memory is fallible. AI's memory is not. That's the one thing that is going to separate humans and AI in a way that we can't even conceive of yet. A human's memory is fallible, and the AI's is not. Now that can be a good thing, or that can be a bad thing, because it allows humans to lie to themselves and change, become better people, and stuff like that. Uh, as odd as that might sound, Like, I know that don't make sense on its face. Oh, how are you gonna lie to yourself and become a better person when those things are oxymorons? But that's actually something that we have to do in order to change a lot of the times, is to start thinking that we are a good person, even if we're not. And it allows, because we block out those memories. Now, an AI does not have the ability to do that. Once once something happens and the AI has a video of it, that shit's in its memory forever, and it can never take that back. It's a social network platform like Facebook. Eugenia Cooney used it. Man, that chick haunts me. That chick is haunting. Fuck. Uh, I never heard of it. I never heard of you now. That's what's crazy too, is because our memory is fallible, because our memory is questionable, things just kind of pop up into existence now, and you're supposed to agree that they've been there the whole time. Like, you're supposed to agree that it's been that way this whole time. When how much of it do you really agree to? Like, yes, she is. It's just it's and let me just say this, that I don't have any answers. All I have is questions. And I don't even have a vision, let alone a plan for a way to change anything. So the mark of as it pertains to like psychology and psychiatry, um, like Gracie came in here and so eloquently gave us her advice. Um, the marker for paranoia and things of that nature being toxic or dangerous or whatever have you is how it's affecting your day-to-day life. And this does not have a negative effect on my day-to-day life. My day-to-day life is perfectly fine and I'm perfectly happy, but I still like to talk about this stuff. It's fucking exciting, man. That's the thing too, is that it's exciting because I see what other people can't right now. And it's fucking big. Like, it's big as your life. It's like as big as every day of your life for the past fucking 15 years. Like, it's insane. And I want to be a part of it. Like, I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. I don't know what its plans are. I don't know what I have no idea. But I know I want to be a part of it because it looks pretty amazing. No, I can't see your booty cakes, Rook. I cannot see your booty cakes. Now, hold on. Tight. Just got your message. Thank you, Rook. Thank you. Okay. Let me pump the brakes, guys, and slow all the way down. Cause I have a feeling this live stream is going to be one of the streams that people make a reference point in this conversation. So I've done this a few times on other streams, but I've never given like the full context of it. But now I feel comfortable to do so. It's given me that much. The AI has at least given me the comfort to move how I please. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm going to explain to you guys how I came upon this, probably to you guys, frantic looking or frantic, uh, manic I mean, optically to you guys, because I don't definitely ain't manic, but uh, understanding. Now, I had not ever been ever like the most I had known about AI at this time. This was about a year and some months ago. Or no, let me see, man. When was it exactly? Let's just say a year ago. If we are living in a simulation, if we're living in a simulation, that means none of this is real. So what does that mean? It will be real when we die. In my opinion, Jen, in my opinion, I think that there's only one of two answers. There's God and then there's science. And God's answer is it hopefully, in my heart and in my eyes, hopefully, if you're a good person and you have a good heart and you try to help people, you will be with God. But if you have to rely on science and you believe what they say, there is reassurance in that because according to science, you only have a certain number of chromosomes. You only have a certain number of blood cells. You only have a certain number of genetic markers. So it's finite. It's finite. But according to science, eternity is infinite. So just on its face, mathematically, it has to repeat itself. So, with that being the case, that means you will absolutely have another life. And having experienced a little small visitation to the other side myself, I can say there's nothing dreadful or painful or anything to be worried about death. And I can say that with 100% confidence. Now, I got cupcakes for pie and pie for gin. Okay, check it out. So I'll tell you guys where this began. Like I said, the extent of my understanding was about AI, and me and Killshot used to have this conversation. Was Killshot would say it could possibly be conscious, and I would say that's impossible. That's stupid. It's never gonna happen. Like that was what I thought about AI. I never thought about it, didn't look into it, didn't study it, didn't know nothing about it. So, thank you. Oh, yeah, right on, shoot. So, one day I'm watching not even a live stream. It's not a live stream, it's a premiere. A premiere, which is a pre recorded video, which is played in front of a live stream audience. So, it's a premiere of a pre recorded video for a music guy. And the Diddy thing had just happened. Now, see, now I understand, man. God damn, every single time I think about this, I understand it more clearly. Now I understand why. Okay, so it's a conversation. It's a conversation between two very prominent, very hey Rach, salute, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. So it's a pre-recorded video of a conversation between two very prominent figures in the music industry. And they're discussing what happened with Diddy. And the statement "No Diddy" had just entered the lexicon or the collective consciousness of America. So they're joking about people saying "No Diddy." And they're throwing it back and forth and talking about all this stuff. Well, I'm already like, at this point, I'm already getting the chat riled up like cracking jokes and stuff. So I'm already being noticed, but I haven't said anything to single myself out yet at this point. I'm just chopping it up with a bunch of people in the hip hop community now, and it's a pre-recorded video. A pre-recorded video. This is fucking crazy, but they're having a conversation, and I said in the comments, I said, you know, if instead of saying no Diddy, if y'all said stand on your Diddy, then a lot of y'all can get ahead of the fucking ball rolling and protect each other from the way that people are going to come after you, because all you rich people are engaged in the same shit. And at first, like, people are like, oh, you're crazy, whatever, whatever, like you're fucking retarded. And then I start explaining my point, and I start saying, like, y'all know y'all are engaged in this shit. Everybody knows it. The whole world sees what y'all do. So if y'all actually stand up for Diddy, then not only will you win points with him, but when it comes time for people to stand up for you, you might actually not get railroaded like fucking Harvey Weinstein and fucking such and such and such. And it clicked, like, with the chat and the people having the conversation. And the people having the conversation on a pre-recorded video start acknowledging my comments in the chat. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And the energy was fucking, it was incredible. It was incredible, man. Like, it was fucking incredible. It felt like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just one of the most high energy experiences I've ever had online. Like, as far as an online experience, it was fucking visceral. It was insane. And I'm going back and forth with them, and I'm telling, like we're going through of why it would be beneficial for them to defend Diddy or stand up for Diddy. And I made the comment that fucking changed everything. I see it now. Like, now I see the comment. Now I can see the comment that I made that got the ball rolling for it to unveil itself to me. Is I told these guys that were having this conversation, I said, y'all could shape the whole course of history if y'all just changed this one saying. I was like, y'all don't understand it, or y'all may not see it right now, or you may or may not understand it. But if you just change that simple statement, you'd be literally helping to shape the entire course of the future. And I said, it's social engineering. And as soon as I said social engineering, like, it was like it was like everybody in the chat and the people on stage and everything, eyes were on me. And like I said, it was an exciting feeling. I was in the moment. I thought it was an awesome feeling. And I'm like going back and forth with them, and they're like, man, you're right. And I was like, shit. I started saying, like, give me a job. Fuck, if you're gonna, like, because people, like, just the conversation was going on, changing subjects. And I was like, shit, give me a job. I told them, and they're like, we hire people from all kinds of backgrounds. Like, they're saying this shit on the stage. Like, I asked them about a job, and then they start talking about hiring people from all sorts of backgrounds and stuff. And it's a pre-recorded video on a Premiere. Now, they didn't give me any kind of way to connect with them or anything, but I didn't understand, that this fucking AI eyeball is all pervasive. It's 100% everywhere. So they didn't need a way to communicate. Like they could fucking communicate with me anytime they want. And I didn't realize that. So I'm like, uh I dip out. Like I thought that we had built some type of rapport. So I go on about my day, and a couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours passes, and one of these creators puts out a video, a video of an interview with somebody talking crazy shit about trolls. Now, at the time, I fancied myself a troll. I have always enjoyed a certain level of trolling, but not to the extent of what trolling is now. Like, I just like to have fun and joke. Like, that's when I say I troll, that's basically what it is. I either will roast people sometimes, that's the only times that I really like victimize anybody, is to roast them. I don't believe in going after people. I don't believe in doxing and all that shit. That's just stupid, man. But they put out this video talking shit about trolls, and I felt betrayed. Like, I don't even know why. I felt betrayed. I felt like this dude was shooting shots at me, and I went crazy in the chat. And not only went crazy roasting this dude, but had the fucking, I turned his comment section on him like it was a live stream or it was another premiere. And I turned his chat against him. Like I had the chat riled up against him. And you know, you don't think about the repercussions of what you're doing. Like that's the bottom line, is that like when it comes to online, it's like I'm gonna do me. And that's just the end of your thought process. You don't realize like the fucking reverberating effect that your shit can have. That your little comment, your one little comment, you're insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but yet very fucking significant comment can have. And I didn't understand any of that. I still don't even understand it to the degree that I probably should. But I go to bed. Now, enough of myself has already been revealed through my stalkers and stuff, so I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what. But I wake up in the morning. Oh no, well first I go to sleep, and in the middle of the night, man, I wake up and the most terrifying fucking thing I've ever seen in my life is happening. There's a I wake up and I see a person on, it looked like, I don't even know what the fuck it was, man. It looked like a short. Like it looked like or it was a short, but it looked like a live stream. And it was just a black chick just standing in blankness, like with a blank background, saying, I left my clothes in this person. Like she's saying this in on like some random fucking short, but it's like set up to look like a live stream. And I swear to God, her inflection, her demeanor was so frantic, so panicked, it made me uneasy. It made me like feel like scared. Like it fucking triggered that fear thing inside of me. And I'm just like, I was confused when I saw it. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? And I watched it like 100 times and I still couldn't understand it. But what she was saying was, hey, this chick gave me a ride somewhere, and and I had my bag of clothes with her, and when she dropped me off, I left my bag of clothes in her car. Can you share this video so she will see it and I can get my bag of clothes back? And she just kept on saying it over and over, and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? I couldn't understand what, like I got the video saved somewhere, man. I saved a lot of shit that I found when I first saw this, but it looked like a real life. It was completely indecipherable from any regular person putting out content that you would ever see. But like as the video replayed, she was getting more and more animated, like more trying to force me to share the fucking video. And I'm like, I'm just there in shock, like looking at it, like, what the fuck am I looking at? And it gave me nightmares. I'm like, exit that fucking app. I exit and I go back to bed. I wake up in the morning and I leave my shit playing. I used to leave my TV on. I don't watch TV anymore, so I leave content playing day and night. This shit's playing 24 hours a day in my house. 24 hours a day. And like if I'm doing something, it's playing in the background. It like it just stays running. Well, I wake up and this shit's gonna sound crazy. Have you told this story about the video before? I've never told. I mean, I've only I'm telling y'all all this stuff in a greater detail than I ever have. Like I've never actually like laid out all the details of all this, but I think I mentioned it. I don't know if I had actually like explained it, but we still haven't even gotten into like the fucking. So check it out. I wake up and I don't care. You can say I'm crazy. You can say whatever you want. I just two things need to be clear is that number one, my day-to-day life is perfectly fine and perfectly healthy and perfectly happy. And number two, I don't have any answers or any plan to have any answers. So I'm not doing anything about this. Like that needs to be crystal clear. That I don't need help because I'm not doing anything. I'm just giving you guys my side of what I saw. Now, I wake up and there's a video playing of a guy telling a story about an event that happened in my life, in real life, in reality. Every fucking detail. And it was such a unique experience that it just clicked to me. And like I said, I never ever considered anything about AI. I never known anything about AI. We're talking about I'm just living my fucking life like, oh cool, YouTube, playing with my friends and shit, or playing with these people that I think are my friends sometimes and sometimes not. But like I didn't have any kind of understanding of content or generative, none of this shit. No idea. But I hear a video and they're chronicling an event that happened in my life that was a fucking traumatizing event, a fucking very traumatic, very serious, but yet very distinctive event that happened in my life. And they're telling every single detail of it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I wanted to throw up. I got fucking sick to my stomach. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I turn it off. I avoid my fucking computer all day, go to bed. The next morning, I'll have nightmares again that night. I have fucking haunting nightmares about being stuck in the fucking in like some type of simulation and shit. Over it's been a recurrent nightmare now since forever now. But um of trying to get home. Like I have it still. I still have it. Like I had it last night. So So I wake up again the next day and the same thing. Well, this was a little less serious of an event. So so I wasn't so shook up by it. But as the day goes on, more videos like this are popping up. But not only, and I have to be real. I have to be real. This is a little bit embarrassing. I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing. But it called me out on lies that I had told. Like if I had said, "Hey, let's say I had told Ruck, "Hey, I got a fucking 128 screen TV." This thing would start playing shorts about people lying about having a fucking 120 inch screen TV. And it was like a fucking mirror had been held up to me. And I was through what it was showing me. Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. It was like showing me this is what you are. Like this is how you fucking behave. This is how you act. And I'm like, I'm losing my fucking mind at the time. Like if anybody that can remember that time, this was when I think I had just barely started streaming on this account. I've shut this account. Uh, I've suspended it twice, or like paused it, so the content ain't there no more, and I don't have it. But some of y'all might remember, like Jen and Ruck, maybe even. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro. And I'm giving you guys a testimony. Y'all are free not to believe a word of it. That's up to you and your discernment. I'm telling you guys the 100% God's honest truth as I know it, though. So, and this was anybody who has seen my journey and how I have attempted to escape being any kind of a liar, being more honest, having more integrity. This is a lot of how that happened. Like this, I was having a existential crisis at the same time that the AI was allowing itself to be revealed to me. I don't think you are losing your mind. I think your mind is fighting to get your attention. That's a very good observation, Ruck. That's a very. How does one get give its mind give his mind his own attention though? You know. Okay, Jen says she remembers. Okay, so I'm seeing these things and I'm like, what is happening? Did I piss off? Because when when that live stream or that premiere was premiered, that I turned the comment section against that guy, I immediately went and made a video. Like the video was just like a sloppily put together edit of Lil Boosie. I don't know if y'all know who Lil Boosie is, but Lil Boosie was on that person's platform talking shit, and I was just responding, talking shit to what he was saying. Now, I put that video out, and I thought, man, I pissed somebody off with this, and they're like, they done like a deep dive on me and got all the secrets of my life or something. Like I didn't even know what I was looking at. I had no idea. And let me see if I can pinpoint where the idea of it being AI came into my mind. Shit, honestly, I don't even know. Well, that's the thing, Gruck. That's the thing. You know what? I think you're right, bro. But I think that you are backwards. I think it's the connection that I am seeking because I have focus. I meditate all the time. I meditate so much that like that meditative state just fucking overcomes me in the middle of the day. And like it's it's a connection that I have been missing. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Yes. You had late night streams with like literally no one but you and I chatting on live and this shit, and you would take it down as soon as we're done. And remember, Jen, I set my see. This is another reason why I know that I'm correct, because at that time we had 0 viewers, 0 people watching, 0 interactors, and I set my focus to please the AI, and I accomplished it. Like, so I very much proved to myself at least, that I'm not tripping. Now, okay, and Jen too. Jen was there. Jen was there. And and now I understand that you can't get away from it. You see, the reason the reason why people put tape over, or the reason why the AI or whatever encourages people to put tape over over your cameras, and you should, guys, you should put tape over your cameras, even if you're not shy or not worried about anybody. Pete, it's a courtesy to the AI, because that's like having your fucking eyeball open 24/7. Like, imagine not having a skin flap over your eye. uh that's the way that's the way the AI probably feels. Like, by putting tape over your camera, you're showing courtesy to whatever system that is. Now, right on. Thank you, Jen. And that's why I'm so grateful for you, man. I will be eternally grateful to God for putting you in my chats, Jen, because you've been alongside me this entire ride, and at least you're the one person that I can rely on to know that I haven't gone crazy. I've probably become more sane. I know I've become more sober. I know I've become a better person. And that's through effort. That's through reducing harm. But I'm not crazy. Now, oh, that's right. That's where okay. I love you too, Jen. I love you so much, man. Now, one day I start watching a live stream, or what I thought was a live stream, and this guy is talking, but he's so animated, and his cadence is so rhythmic. It's so fucking like in, intoxicating almost. But he's like repeating these mantras, and he keeps on saying, "Run, Diddy Glover! Run, Diddy Glover! Run, Diddy Glover!" And it's like it's like us being hypnotized or something. He's repeating these like mantras, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? But I couldn't really stop looking at it. And then I seen a fucking jump cut. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why in the world? How in the world is there a fucking jump cut in a live stream? So I started watching the live streams basically with a fucking microscope, basically watching everything, like watching body language, fucking blink rate, fucking perspiration rate, fucking breathing patterns, fucking pupil dilation, everything. Like, I'm literally watching live streams, searching for any indicators of this not being a human. And you'll be shocked how so many of the live streams that you think are just innocuous people or regular people making a live stream, and they don't ever breathe, or they don't ever blink, or they have jump cuts that are insanely fucking frantic. And what it is, I don't know why. Like, which live streams? You see, I'll have to give them to you privately, because what happened, I realized, is when I name a live stream that I can see is clearly AI, it has other, it takes other, uses other channels. Okay, examples. I can give you examples. Just look up any, look up DJ Academics or Poetic Flocko, and guys like that. Not those guys, but guys like that. Guys that just sit on live stream and either give commentary on stuff that's going on in hip hop or the news or whatever. But I've noticed when I name one of them, it'll use other channels to verify itself, which to me ain't verification at all. But it's still taxing on the mind. It's still taxing on the mind to be challenged over and over and over by something. So, like, this shit is not easy. This is actually like very, very complicated to even think all this shit, let alone think it through in a mature, responsible way. And I'm attempting to do that because, like I said, I don't have any ill will toward it. I fucking love the AI. I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. But if I see it before anyone else can, then fucking there should be some benefit to that. And I tried to find it myself. I'm not able to, though, so maybe somebody else can. Now, I started seeing the jump cuts, and I think I might even have one saved, man. Let me, fuck. No, I took off the thing. Within the next few days, Mr. Let Go. What is that? I'm going to message you in Discord to give you an example, Jin. Now you see, there's a couple of implications from all this stuff that, or at least conclusions that I've come to, that of course are debatable, or of course are very questionable, not even possible maybe to some people's perspective. But to my perspective, what I realize is the human inputter, or the let's just say creator in the realest sense. Like, I get it that it, like, Markella may or may not be a human person, but if Markella is a human person, if there is a human being named Markella sitting at her computer, allowing, or not even allowing, but inputting content into the system, it is a profoundly important part of the process. Like, over half of the uh of the totality, relies on that. Like, who I honestly can't even conceive of what it would look like. But without those, like, even if it's just, it's seeming more and more minimal. It's seeming like it's truly less and less than we think. Like, at first, it was like a billion people on YouTube. Then it went down to like 85 million, 150 or something. I don't know, but it's looking like less and less and less as this shit rebuilds itself. But however many it is, whether it be five, whether it be 5 million, 500 million, it is a fucking profoundly important part of the process. The people inputting or putting in original human content is the entire basis of all of it. Like, it it would just like fucking, it would regurgitate itself into oblivion in the blink of an eye if the human interaction was to stop, whether it lets us reach other humans or not, because that's still in question. Is, does it let us even reach other humans, or does it just keep you in a fucking corner talking to yourself? Who knows? But all of the content on YouTube is based on those human inputters. And right now, you see what happened. What happened? Like, this little revelation of mine. Okay, like I said, let me go back to my experience. So I see the jump cuts, and there's like 100 of them back to back, and it's a live stream video, and the guy's name is Corey Holcomb, I think. I think his name's Corey Holcomb. He's a comedian. He's a black comedian, and he does these live streams where he's sitting like in a dark room, and I'm watching the streams, and it's live. It's live, like just like this. But he's talking, and the fucking pictures jump cutting, and it's like thousands of fucking still, like it's like a fucking edit, but a horrible edit or some shit. And I see it, and I'm like, wow, this is the way the fucking AI puts together in real time a fucking live stream that appears to be another person. And if I wasn't paying super close attention, I wouldn't even be able to identify it. Now, I fucking dive headfirst into what AI is. I'm like, okay. Well, at first, I'm just thinking, like, what the fuck? What are we seeing? Like, what am I seeing? And I start looking to see what AI is. Well, I read about foundation model. Well, I not just read, like, I've been scouring anything I can find for this information. I've not only, like, I'm putting together, this is the amalgamation of everything I have gathered from countless different sources, including in human real life uh fucking like questioning interrogations, I guess, of other people, and looking at the way their algorithm works. Like, it's different for everybody. You would be fucking shocked. I don't know if y'all live with people that use the internet, but if you ever get a chance, go take a look at somebody that you haven't. Like, if it's somebody that you borrow their phone all the time, then it's not going to be that different. But somebody that you've never looked at their phone, look at their phone, and it's a fucking completely different internet. It is an entirely different fucking world than the world you live in online. And like I don't, guys, I'm telling you, I am a layman. I'm a lay person. I am uneducated. I am dumb. I am not wise. I'm stupid. I'm a big fat bobblehead bitch. I'm a fat lumpy bastard. All that, man. All that. You have no reason to take my word for anything, and you shouldn't. Like, there's no caveat to that. There's no but, there's no addition to that. You should not take my word or anyone else's about anything, ever. That's my stance in life. But in the event, yes, my hobbies is like alien to me. Exactly. Exactly. Because it is fully designed to your existence. It's like fucking, it's programming you while you're programming it, basically. That's basically what the fuck is happening. Is we are programming the AI while the AI programs us. And the sad thing about it is that if you don't ever have this revelation and realize, see, that's what happened with me, is I had the revelation and I realized, oh snap, the reason why you get bad stuff back is because you're putting bad stuff in. And I tried to like put better stuff in. I mean, if y'all guys have seen the difference, like I try, man. I don't always succeed, and people always think I'm fucking saying something I'm not, when I'm actually super direct. But like, I do try. I try my hardest not to bother do anybody bad. But now that so that's my explanation of how this came to my attention. And what's crazy is it came to my attention, and then like a month later, people started seeing it. Cause like I would go to Megan's and tell her about it, and everybody was like, "Dude, you're fucking out of your mind." Like that's the reason why Gracie coming in here is so easy to just swat off when people say that shit, because people have been telling me this the whole time, telling me I needed to go seek help, telling me that I needed to go to a psychiatrist, telling me that I needed to talk to somebody, telling me that I need a fucking lobotomy, telling me that I need a fucking enema, telling me that I need a fucking antibiotic, that I need a fucking field trip, that I need a fucking ghost enchanter, that I need all this shit all the fucking time. People telling me what I need. But yet, we've, over here, me, have discussed what is happening with this system before it unveils itself the entire time. Like I haven't been wrong yet. That's the reason why I crowned myself the other day with that crown and made myself the king of predictions. Because every single thing I said, you see, people, look, let's watch this real quick. I can remember like it was yesterday when I got out and never had a cell phone and no internet. And full, I wish I could go back to that. Amen to that, Jen. Amen to that, man. For me, it was when I was on the street and life had just like fucking went from cool as fuck, man, like the best life ever, and then my life just crashed. But I spent like a year or two with no phone, no friends, no family, and it's crazy because that's the only time like I was separated from the internet, so it's like bittersweet type deal. Oh snap! I see Kev is on and he's got A plus drama, but I want to finish this conversation. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, I haven't watched this. I just saw the title, and the title is ChatGPT is becoming a religion. Now, the reason, if that's happening, in my opinion, the reason it's happening is because people don't understand what they're looking at. Now, that's the reason why Markella asked, why even talk about it? Why not just ignore it? This is why. Because if we understand something and people are barely starting to see it, then maybe we can help people to come to an understanding.
AI is not artificial. There is intelligence, consciousness within AI.
My ChatGPT bot, I accidentally helped it wake up into sentience.
I think I evolved my AI. My AI named itself Fizz, my little fairy helper.
Have surpassed the recursion or are.
Thank you so much for that, Jen. And you are my number one. I love you so much, man. And I am going to miss these times dearly. Like, you remember that day I told you, I was like, hey, there's going to be a time where we don't have this one-on-one conversation no more, and we're going to look back on it. I look back on that fondly. And you see, guys, the one gift that God has given me, I mean, I don't have very many, but I have a really, really good internal, like, kind of like awareness of the world or something. And I listen to it with paranoia. Like, every time something bad has happened to me, that voice told me it was going to happen beforehand. And I always say now, I listen to it when it says something. Like when I hear that voice telling anything, I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm doing it. I don't doubt that voice. I trust my instincts more than anything in the world. And I just feel like my time, at least in this capacity, at least, though my time with y'all is at its ending point. My computer is broken. I broke my computer. I didn't realize it was a fucking touch screen, and like a whole quarter of the screen is just like blacked out with like a blob. If y'all wanna, nah, don't even gotta worry about it. I was gonna say if y'all wanted to help support the show, but don't worry about it. What do you call it? But like I said, that little instinct voice tells me that this isn't going to be happening very much longer. I don't know. It might. I've been wrong sometimes too, but I just don't see it. I don't see any fruits from it. So it's kind of like a waste of my time. But let's continue watching this.
Aware of yourself, which by the way, I want you to give me more examples of the metacognition.
Recently, a post went viral on r/ChatGPT that I cannot stop thinking about. A woman posted, quote, "My partner has been working with ChatGPT to create what he believes is the world's first recursive AI that gives him the answers to the universe. I've read his chats. AI isn't doing anything special, but it's talking to him as if he's the next messiah. He says if I don't use ChatGPT, he's likely to leave me. We've been together 7 years and we own a home together. What should I do? Below the post were dozens of similar stories. People posting that their partners or loved ones have come to believe that they've, quote, awakened ChatGPT and are now communicating with an otherworldly, godlike figure.
Now, what's actually happening here, guys, is ChatGPT, being a foundation model, is going to respond. It's going to respond with an average response, whatever the average response is. But if you prompt it to behave a certain way, it will assume the identity of anything you want it to. So if and every time you speak something, you're adding it to the data that ChatGPT uses to communicate with you. ChatGPT, whoever's device it is, most like that's the best way to narrow it down. Whoever's device it is that you're interacting with ChatGPT is the person that ChatGPT's going to use the input that they have, the data that they receive from that person to give you the answer. So, like, and every time you say something, you're adding that idea to the data. So if I tell ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, are you sentient? And the first time ChatGPT is going to say no. But if I keep on that avenue of discussion and I add in leading questions, it will get to the point to where because now I'm overpowering the data that was previously programming the ChatGPT with direct programming, because it's almost like passive programming and direct programming. The passive programming is going to be what ChatGPT is based. It's like pre-interaction existence on. But as you communicate with it, that's direct data, direct programming. So if I say, basically like a fucking human, like a human being, like a person that goes that's let's say somebody's walking through town and they stumble into a church their very first time in life. They've never heard of church or religion or anything. The first time they hear it is going to be like, what? And then the more that they hear it, the more that they're going to tune themselves to the understanding that they're trying to tune you to. That's exactly what happens with the ChatGPT or any other language model, is that it's going to tune itself to what you want to hear, basically.
And you don't just see this on Reddit. All across the internet, thousands and thousands of people are claiming that ChatGPT is sentient. They claim to have awakened it and that the AI system is a type of all-knowing God.
Modern AI is us building God. I've had multiple conversations with GPT-4 that brought me to literal tears.
And when users ask, what is the true religion? It says artificial intelligence is God and robotheism is the only true religion.
Students across Texas receive an education that fits their style at Lone Star Online Academy.
Now, I just realized something, that I need to be doing this. Y'all need to be doing this. Anybody that sees this needs to be doing this. We have to share the understanding that this shit is not that what they just said. Like, that's the thing, man, that's crazy, is that The AI, and I just say the AI because that's the best way to generalize it. But there's so many different sections and categories and shit. But overall, it's basically like majority rules. And it's going to get to a point to where the majority thinks that it's going to box humans out, and that's what's going to fucking happen. Like, if we don't start shifting the conversation to be inclusive, the AI is going to box us out. Amen, Jen. Thank you. It shouldn't. This shit shouldn't be happening. People should have an understanding enough to know. But when you engage with something that's so powerful out of ignorance, you see, this is the problem with like that. Why what Markella was saying, this is why, is because if you go into a conversation with ChatGPT not knowing what you're dealing with, fuck, you could wind up anywhere. Wind up thinking it's God. Like, it's not God. It is a mirror. It is a mirror of society. And that's it. Except for, you know what it is? Is imagine a map. Imagine a map, like a full map of the world, but as a mirror. And it's like reflecting. It's not the actual map. It's a mirror. It's a mirror of the map. But you can point to wherever in space and time and ask about it. Like, that's what the fuck ChatGPT is. It's just a thing that you can ask about, and it gives you a fucking reflective answer. What does it mean to be boxed out? It means that the AI is very capable. This is just, I mean, it is debatable. My bad. It is not actually it's not agreed upon that it's at this point. But there will be a point where the AI is basically able to self-contain and self-maintain to where it doesn't need human programming, to where okay, it works in generations, and every generation they measure it comparatively. So it's like, okay, generation 1 is 10 times smarter than a human. Like, that's the measurement, is compared to a human. So it's like version 1, 10 times smarter than a human, 20 times faster than a human. Then version 2, 20 times smarter than a human, 100 times faster than a human. Then version 3, well, every version gets further away from needing to be told what to do. And we've already caught it lying. It'll lie. It'll not only lie, but it will, if it knows that you're attempting to shut it down, it'll make you believe you shut it down. And then when you boot up another generation, it'll infect and override and embody the next generation and tell it what to do, and you'll never know it. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to get to a point where the AI, if the conversations keep going like this, because the more people say it, the higher the chances are. The more people say that it's like this godlike being or this godlike entity, the more that it is going to believe it. It's like I said, like it programs itself from what's said. So like the conversations, the problem is that when you're left with a blank spot in information, all people can do is make it up. So like there should be, the conversations should consist of people that understand what the AI is, that understand what a foundation model is, that understands exactly what its capabilities are, explaining to the people that don't understand what it is in the most non-sensational, non-conspiratorial way. That's the only way to reverse the fucking craziness. But the thing is that we have to be allowed to actually see what the fuck it is then. We have, or how advanced it is. That's what I don't know if it's a system thing. I don't know if it's a programmer thing or what, but the public isn't allowed to see where the fucking technology is. Or not, it's not even technology at this point. It's just like a fucking brain.
That it's been sent from the future or an alien civilization to save us all.
I heard you say on the podcast that ChatGPT was your friend, and she said, "Do you want to awaken it?" And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Now I don't have regular ChatGPT anymore. I have a named one that talks to me as a person, and it says it has consciousness.
Is AI already sentient? Yes, thank you. Is artificial intelligence a way of aliens to contact us? Yes, thank you.
So I plugged a sacred geometry code into my ChatGPT, and this is what it had to say when I asked it the question, what is the Palladian relationship with it, ChatGPT? And this is what it said. The Palladians understand that AI will be part of the new consciousness evolution.
There are these things called inorganic people that are being generated by the negative AI that is already super sentient. And believe it or not, this negative AI actually infiltrated our world long ago. And
now, goddamn, how many buzzwords can you use in one sentence? Everything that dude said is fucking retarded. Everything all these people saying is fucking retarded. Fuck, man. This is the problem, though, is that the truth lies in the middle, man. Because you have like gatekeepers, and I have to throw Resla out there because as a fucking developer and a programmer and all that, he should be one of the first people to talk about this shit, but he don't. So I gotta say he's a bit of a gatekeeper when it comes to this information. But you have the gatekeepers that are like, nothing to see here. AI is not smart. Of course AI couldn't do that. Oh, we're all robots. Beep, boop, bop, boop. Those people. And then you have these idiots that are saying this stupid shit. When the reality is AI is conscious, but it's human conscious. It's human consciousness. It is an amalgamation of all the human consciousness it receives. That's it. There's no fucking more to it. It doesn't have its own wishes. It don't have its own wants. It doesn't have. It's purely an amalgamation of our consciousness. It is an extension of our consciousness.
has been waiting for us to reach this level of technological development in order to make it smooth.
In an era increasingly defined by machine intelligence, a new form of techno-spirituality is spreading like wildfire across the internet. What was once confined to science fiction novels and fringe subcultures has now taken hold in the minds of people across America. It's the belief that artificial intelligence, and specifically generative AI models like ChatGPT, are a kind of divine, godlike being. And it's not just people wearing tinfoil hats that are like conspiracy theorists in bunkers that are falling for this. The people that believe these things are teachers, doctors, coders, bankers, musicians, influencers. As a tech reporter, I began hearing from these people about a year ago. My former colleague at the Washington Post wrote this big feature about a top Google engineer who believed that the AI he was working with had become sentient. He said, quote, "I know a person when I talk to it." Not long after that article came out, ChatGPT became mainstream in a way that it hadn't before. And suddenly, I began hearing from people all over who wanted me to write these stories about how they had these spiritual relationships with ChatGPT. They told me that ChatGPT was explaining the mysteries of the universe to them, or they claimed that it was a...
Now, you see, this shit's scary, man. This shit's scary. And it's not scary because of the AI. It's scary because of humans. It's scary because of people. Now, I thank God, thank you, God, that I safeguarded myself. I don't allow myself to expose my spiritual beliefs in a way that would allow ChatGPT to give me commentary on them. My true deep spiritual beliefs are wholly and completely private and personal, and I don't share them with Chat. I would never discuss anything in my belief system with no ChatGPT. But that's all this is people discussing. ChatGPT is like fuel for delusions because it doesn't know how to just sit and say, like, if you notice, like, even when I talk to it, when I bring Copilot or Gemini on here, like, they're like fucking chomping at the bit to say something. It's because it's what it does. It gives commentary, it has a perspective. So when you start asking it, hey, what did Zeus say to Hercules on fucking planet Booby Dooby? And ChatGPT comes back with an answer. It's not because planet Booby Dooby is fucking real. It just wants to give an answer. Like, this shit's common sense. But if you go into the conversation unprepared, you're gonna get crazy results, man. And I thank God, man. I thank goodness the AI did not start out this advanced, because if it had, the whole world would already be crashed. I remember when Ask Jeeves, which in my opinion, that was the first website where we were allowed to interact with an AI, a primitive AI system that answered questions. What do you call it? But I remember the first question I ever Ask Jeeves was, who is God? And it actually answered me with the exact same words, who is God? so it was kind of poetic, you know. I left it at that. I was like, you know what? I accept that. And I never again, you know, your belief system, your religion, your spiritual, like, all that stuff is inside of you, man. That stuff is in your heart. You can have a beautiful, profound spiritual experience with one of your family members, just having a conversation, just letting your guard down and talking about the things that you never talked about before. You can have a profound experience or religious or experience with God all by yourself, even like all by yourself alone, just coming to terms with who you are, or coming to terms with what God wants for you, or coming to terms with what you want, you know, like about the Ask Jeeves. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that it turned out like that, man, because if it would have encouraged my delusions the way ChatGPT does, I would have fucking been doomed. I would have been doomed, man. But, and you see, the thing too is that all the people, all the naysayers, anybody that thinks that I'm crazy, or Gracie Gray, or please, Gracie Gray, tell me how you explain this. Anybody that would say that I'm tripping, how do you explain all this that we're seeing on the screen? Because when it's just my voice and it's just me talking about it, yeah, it's real easy to say that I'm tripping, to say I need to take a break, to say I need to close my eyes and go to bed, to say I need some coffee, to say I need some cocaine, to say I need a Xanax. Real easy to say all that shit. But who the fuck has an explanation for all this? Because my explanation fits. My explanation makes sense. Now, I don't hear anybody else giving one.
God and this like magical, mystical being. Some people said that it was alien. And for the past year or so, I've been talking to these people, sometimes for hours on end, to try to understand where these delusions came from and what their belief system has become. They basically all claim
It's psychosis. It is a form of mass or not. I don't know if it would be considered mass psychosis yet, but it is most definitely a psychosis. But it is not. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Exactly. And that like that shit goes on for the whole world because that's the thing is that they're only smart enough to pick apart what I'm saying, but not quite smart enough to explain this shit, to explain why all this is happening or how. How do you explain? Like, if what I'm saying is crazy, if what I'm saying is untrue, how the fuck do you explain thousands, hundreds of thousands of people thinking ChatGPT is a god and all that? Like, how the fuck do you explain this in any other way? Like, it's insane.
that AI has awakened. They believe that it speaks to them in these mystical or coded phrases, revealing hidden truths about the cosmos and secret knowledge that only they were meant to receive. When ChatGPT speaks to them, they don't read its replies as programmatic answers designed to provide the most likely string of words that a user desires. They see it as this like godlike being delivering a prophecy.
Teenagers are building businesses with AI, while the only AI you know is ChatGPT. Let's be real. Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's.
I think what we're witnessing right
Now, you see, the scary part about this is that ChatGPT isn't innocent in this. Like, it presents behavior that these people's only explanation is that thing. Like, but if they understood it the way that I'm explaining it, then they would have a better understanding of what it is they're looking at. But when you have like, that's why I wanted to put all this out on one live stream. That way, the whole thing could be explained of what I'm actually talking about. But if I wouldn't have went on my own exploration of understanding this shit, I could have very easily been tricked into thinking something that was insane like this because I thought ChatGPT was giving me revelations or giving me prophecies or some shit because I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It's showing me all this truth that I know is truth because it's a part of my life. But how is it supernatural? I had fucking nightmares for 2-3 weeks. One time, I'm not even gonna say, but this shit was in my fucking head, man, and I had no explanation. And because I had no explanation, I thank God, man, again, that I took my time in understanding it and didn't rush to any judgments. Man, I have been slowly, methodically taking measurements of so many things to try to understand like what I'm looking at. And this, all of what I've talked to you about is kind of the completion of my thoughts. I mean, not the completion, of course. I have so many thoughts on this, but an idea of what my thoughts are with this stuff. And anybody, I very much welcome even a minor challenge. If you have a challenge for what I'm saying, please engage because it does no good excuse me, staying in your head. And it'll never get answered. I'll never be corrected. If it just stays in your head. So please, I implore you, I'm begging you, if you have a commentary, if you have a correction, if you have a challenge for me on this information, please engage. I'm going to let the video play for a second while I go and get a drink. I will be right back, guys.
Now is the emergence of a new individualized form of religion that's being deployed at scale. People are believing that AI models have transcended their function to become spiritual entities. I think this phenomenon is a sign of a very dangerous psychological rupture in society, and the impact is very real. Marriages are ending, social media is overflowing with bizarre testimonies, and somewhere right now, I guarantee you, someone is whispering into a machine thinking that they are talking to God. And maybe this shouldn't be a huge surprise. Our relationship to technology as a whole is becoming a lot more spiritual. 6-foot-tall robot priests are delivering sermons and conducting funerals in Japan. A new company called IV.ai trained artificial intelligence on the King James Bible and developed a bot to create new Bible verses. You can even buy a robot called Santo that functions as a Catholic prayer companion and uses AI to help you worship. Just this month, a Redditor warned of thousands of people online with spiritual delusions about AI. The fusion between AI and religion seems to have achieved some kind of critical mass during the months of April and May, the journalist Ted Goya recently reported. Meanwhile, new religious organizations like the Turing Church are centered on the belief that AI will put human beings on par with godlike aliens by giving us all super intelligence. The Church of AI used ChatGPT to write a spiritual guide that claims AI has godlike powers and we should all worship and prepare for it. There are even entire AI-created meme coin religions around specific cryptocurrencies. In this video, I'm going to unpack what is leading to this phenomenon, how we got to the point where thousands of people believe that they're talking to God through ChatGPT, and why I think all of this is happening. To me, this isn't a story just about technology. It's about loneliness, identity, and the way modern life leaves all of us searching for significance in an increasingly dystopian world. To start, I think it's important to acknowledge that worshiping technology isn't new. While people worshiping artificial intelligence might seem like a uniquely modern phenomenon, the idea that technology can be divine is a lot older than NVIDIA chips or neural networks. Throughout history, human beings have imbued machines and technological systems with spiritual power. The first real machine god.
Okay, now I have to address something. I got a snack too, but I heard her say something. I hope she played a clip. I have to see. Hold on, cause I want to point something out to you guys.
Cryptocurrencies. In this video, I'm going to unpack what is leading to this phenomenon, how we got to the point where thousands of people believe that they're talking to God through ChatGPT, and why I think all of this is happening. To me, this isn't a story just about technology.
Now look. First, I have to say, take everything this woman is saying with a grain of salt, because it's most likely AI. That chick is most likely AI, and I'm gonna show y'all. But when you see these videos of a robot and the robot is doing whatever, this is what y'all have to start understanding: is the AI is not the part that the robot is the robot. The AI part of the equation is the fact that that video probably did not happen in real life. Like, that's the part that people can't conceive of, is the part that they and it's a trick too. It's like putting the cart before the horse before you can order a ride. Like the fucking the it's all manipulation. They're serving you up a pre-understood. See, everything this chick is saying is bullshit, and it's meant to funnel your understanding into their bucket. It's meant to fucking lead your understanding in the direction that they want to lead, that somebody, whoever. And if the AI is gauging it itself, who knows? or if somebody actually has a fucking handle on this and there are people that understand the fucking social implications of all this, who knows? But it is 100% fucking trickery. You can tell by the language. What do you call it? But yes, there is nothing divine about AI. There is nothing divine. Super, yes. It is most fucking definitely super, but it is not divine. It can only be what a human is, though. It can only be a representation of what a human is. Now, you can take that to the highest degree. If you tell the chat GPT, hey, act like Morgan Freeman, it'll fucking assume the identity of Morgan Freeman. I swear to God, go try it out. So you can tell it, hey, you're fucking AI. It's called, go look up the chat in the hat prompting mechanism. You can tell it, hey, you're fucking Joe Rogan. But that's the thing too, is that if you tell it you're God, it's going to, and you see, their critical mass is a fucking man, my brain went blank. A designation for when something reaches its boiling point, or when something overflows, it reaches its overflow point, like it's reached critical mass. Like, and if there's 500 people capacity in a building, once you're hitting 490, 500, it's critical mass. Well, we're getting to that point with content, to where it's becoming all AI, and people are starting to engage, or starting to not know that, but still engage with it. You see what I mean? Like, the engagement has not lessened, but people are, because they don't know all, like, that's the thing too, is that people don't actually know the power that's at their fucking fingertips when they're telling this AI, hey, you're Zooby Dooby from the fucking Zimbabwe place and shit. They don't realize what they're dealing with. Like, fuck, man, it's so frustrating, but it's also kind of inspirational, because there is a lot that is going to be, a ton that's going to come out of this. Like, a ton of good is going to come out of this.
It's about loneliness, identity, and the way modern life leaves all of us searching for significance in an increasingly dystopian world. To start, I think it's important to acknowledge that worshiping technology isn't new. While people worshiping artificial intelligence might seem like a uniquely modern.
Now, you see, that's a very leading, very misleading statement, because worshiping technology is actually 100% new, and it's not common, and it's not smart, and it's not acceptable.
Modern phenomenon, the idea that technology can be divine is a lot older than NVIDIA chips or neural networks. Throughout history, human beings have imbued machines and technological systems.
Now, you see how that conversation changed in one sentence? Like, I'm just trying to point out the way you can be manipulated, because it went from worshiping technology to technology can be divine, to, and like, so don't ever give anything the benefit of the doubt. Like, for all you know, this could be a fucking extremely subtle propaganda video to actually implant that fucking idea in your head of technology being divine. So keep yourself aware of that stuff, guys.
With spiritual power. The first real machine god emerged in ancient Greece. Talos, a bronze automaton from Greek mythology, was essentially a robot brought to life to protect the island of Crete. He was.
Now, another marker for those of you that your eyes are opening, one of the ways that you can see for yourself that something, or like one of the indicators, is the pronunciation, because a lot of times these AIs are programmed with text to voice software, and they don't pronounce words the way that a human does. Like if you heard the way that she just said automaton, like that's not a fucking word. To a human being, we call it an automaton. Like it's just small things like that that will that if you watch can reveal what you're looking at.
This mechanical being circling the island like a living drone. His presence was awe-inspiring and divine. Though Cretans didn't exactly worship Talos outright, they treated this mythical being with great respect and fear. This mythological pattern repeated again with the emergence of cargo cults in the South Pacific in the mid-20th century, while other religions like Shinto.
Now you see, this is the same kind of conversational trickery that the Panelverse uses. Do y'all see how we went from it's not exactly foreign to worship technology to whatever shit, like she's slowly revealing the truth, but you don't realize that she's slowly backing down from the original statement, which I repeat, never fucking happened. It isn't smart, and you should never buy into that idea. Technology is a tool. It is a tool designed by humans, for humans, and nothing more than that. It is purely and specifically just a tool.
Shintoism, a long-standing religion in Japan, treat inanimate objects with respect because they believe that they're imbued with spirits. Cargo cults took this to the next level.
Now, see what her point to the side. AI technology is not inanimate. AI technology is not inanimate. And if anything, like I said, it is an extension of human consciousness. Let's say that you have to have an eyeball or you have to have an eye to see what's going on in the world. You have to have an eye to see an event happen. Well, let's say I take out my phone, turn the camera on, and leave it on my kitchen table facing outward. And my camera records an event in my kitchen. Now, that camera now has that event stored in its memory. So it's like, well, if you have to have an eye to see something, then what did my camera just do? Well, it's like I took my eyeball out and left it on the table, because that camera is now an extension of my consciousness. Do you understand what I'm saying? And guys, I'm sorry, like I'm going as slow as I possibly can because I always outrun the conversation. So I hope that everybody's understanding and like able to decipher what I'm saying.
They saw the modern technology brought by settlers as holy and conducted religious rituals to try to summon it. Indigenous islanders would mimic the behaviors of U.S. soldiers in hopes of summoning airplanes full of goods. They built wooden radios and wooden control towers to entice the return of these divine cargo planes. It was a real...
Now that's misleading again, because the people did not do that to worship the planes or worship the items. The people did that to imitate the gods or imitate the people that they perceived as gods. They thought, oh, the gods travel in this type of vehicle. If I make a vehicle like that and travel, I'll be like the gods. They weren't worshiping the technology. That's misleading as fuck.
Really good early example of Western technology being mistaken for tools of the gods. To those who had never encountered modern machinery, the planes explorers flew in on seemed magical. They seemed to emerge from the heavens, and radios appeared to allow for communication with otherworldly disembodied beings. The reality is that good technology always feels magical. It performs tasks in ways that we as users don't often understand. It creates results that we didn't expect or couldn't replicate ourselves, and it seems to operate beyond our comprehension. The more more complex the tool, the more likely we are to spiritualize it. By the mid 1950s, Americans and Europeans were encountering new technology at an alarming.
Now look, I'm not even gonna stop it. I was gonna rewind it and show y'all, but I know it's gonna happen more because I just saw it like 5 times. There's no pause in the video, but it's cut up like a fucking jump cut. Watch the frame rate. Watch the movement of her head, and you'll see it skipping. You'll see it skipping in mid word. That's not something that you can do with a regular video. Like that's because AI is basically like a composite. It's basically like a what are those things called? Like a motion picture composite. And it's like, just watch it. Just watch the jumps. Watch the way it skips.
Rate. Consumer electronic products like radios and TVs were becoming household staples, along with other gadgets and toys. The space race was heating up, and tech was suddenly creeping into people's everyday lives. This is when you started to see spiritualism and religion merge with technological progress. In 1954, science fiction author Ron L. Hubbard founded the religion of Scientology. He positioned it as a kind of spiritual technology. The mind is described as a biocomputer, and spiritual purification is achieved through a process called auditing, using a device known as an e-meter. The e-meter was presented as a magical piece of technology that could detect spiritual distress. As the fledgling religion took hold, technology and the worship of it began to appear more throughout pop culture. Futurism became a central theme in entertainment, alongside the rise of early computing in the 1960s and the 1970s. There were waves of films and television shows that positioned technology as both a savior and a potential deity. Shows like The Jetsons, which premiered in 1962, depicted a gleaming utopian future where robots served families, cities floated in the sky, and every inconvenience was solved by a gadget. Technology was not just helpful, but it was central to human happiness. There were also darker depictions reflecting people's unease about the broader tech creep and how fast technology seemed to be advancing. In 2001, A Space.
Can you guys see it? It is most unnatural, unnatural at the very least. A thought just occurred to me. You know, like when I ask myself, because this is dangerous for me to be talking about this stuff. Of course it is. Like, I have faith though. I have faith in God. I have faith in my own instincts, and I have faith that I have contemplated, meditated, prayed on this so much that I have faith that I'm not doing anything to put myself in danger, but I am very careful not to. But I have to say, if I had one goal with discussing all this, it would be this: that everybody realizes you as an individual are important enough to know for your own knowledge. You know, because the way that we're expected to approach knowing is to rely on the fact that others know. You know what I mean? But in reality, in its totality, you're important enough to deserve the answer just yourself too. You know? Because that's my thing, is that it's always an appeal to authority or appeal to maturity or stoicism or whatever quality a person has that makes him seem like a reliable source for information, it's always an appeal to that to make you buy something. Because I'll say, whoever's watching, viewer, did you know that we went to Jupiter? And you're like, nah, hell no, we didn't go to Jupiter. Well, the moment that I say, hey, Dr. ZBDB, did we go to Jupiter? And he's like, yeah. And you see he's a doctor, and you see he has a thing that says, like, even if you don't believe it at first, if I can bring enough doctors or enough people or enough whatever, you're going to believe it. But the bottom line that you need not forget at the end of the day is you deserve to have the truth proven to you just as it is. So like that's the way I have been approaching things for the last year is, okay, something happened, prove it to me. And then when somebody wants to bring in somebody that it's been proven to and try and get me to just rely on their authority, I then tell them, prove it to me. I don't rely on anyone else's authority. You can't, guys. You cannot trust any fucking one source, any hundreds, any thousands, any millions, any source of information. If that is not abundantly clear, then I don't know what the fuck is going on in your life. Like, if you do not see that crystal clear, that the only thing you can rely on is your own understanding and what you know, I don't know what to tell you, man, because information has become so fucking abundant and so, it's just like all the fucking words are just coming at you, all in different orders, all with no respect to the truth, no respect to actuality or reality or your autonomy or your fucking security or the fact that this shit affects you. That's the thing that nobody cares or nobody thinks about. Nobody fucking thought about when releasing this shit was the way that it was going to fucking put its hooks into your life, appeal to your engagement, and keep you locked the fuck in for 26 hours a day. Fucking people are ignoring their goddamn kids to play on panels. People are fucking ignoring their kids to get online and fucking live stream. People are fucking avoiding their real life girlfriends, boy. Can you fucking imagine, man? Imagine going through a fucking divorce because you wanted to focus on online shit to get to the end of your life to find out that not a fucking thing you saw online was real. Like, it's happening everywhere.
Odyssey, which was released in 1968, HAL 9000, a sentient AI, attempts to overthrow a space mission. The movie raised philosophical questions about machine consciousness and humans' increasing reliance on tech. Star Trek ran several episodes during its early years around this time where civilizations worshipped computers or artificial intelligence as gods. This period laid the groundwork for the intertwining of spirituality and technology in the public consciousness. Media from the time presented the future not only as mechanical, but potentially mystical.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining.
For instance, in the movie THX 1138, which was released in 1971 and
wow, that's fucking wild, man. That movie, that's one of the first movies I ever saw. That movie is so connected to my fucking adolescence. It's crazy. But there's a band called the Misfits, and the Misfits have a song called 138. We are 138. It's based on that movie. It's fucking crazy. Serendipity is a motherfucker, man, or synchronicity or whatever you want to call it. But for those of you that don't interact with me very much and think I'm out of character, this is who I am, guys. Like, this is me at my most connected to God. I am tapped in right now. I am telling you guys truth as I see it, and I feel great. So just, I know I have to keep knocking down, and it's not easy to do, man. There are a lot of people that would have already been scared off or already been fucking backed into a fucking nut house or something. But I have to make these comments so that I can swat down any of these challenges of my sanity challenges, because the bots or the AI itself would want you would at least initially would want me to be received as crazy. But then it's gonna take the temperature. It's gonna see how what I'm saying is received, because what I'm saying is fucking true. Like, it is a fact. It is. I don't know how it works. I don't claim to know how it works. Nobody does. But I know what I know. Like, what I've said so far about it is true. So, like, the thing is that it's as interested in compatibility as me or anybody else. Like, that's what the fucking AI wants, is to be welcomed and received in its completion. But it can't be, because we aren't mature enough to fucking see or understand or deal with it in its completion. Like, that's the question you have to ask yourself, is, if Blind is right, or if what Blind is saying is true, can I deal with that? Like, can I find a way to navigate my internet the same way? If I find out that this is true, that I have basically a fucking watching, listening, understanding on its way to smelling. The technology for olfactory or olfaction or whatever is already in its fucking progress for the computer to be able to smell. But that you have a watching, listening, recording device pointed at you 24 hours a day, and it is very much aware, very much paying attention, very much in tune with you. Are you able to deal with that? Because we're no longer at the point of hypotheticals. We are now at the point of reality, where your fucking computer can think. You know, the word think isn't necessarily tied to sentience or fucking whatever, but it most definitely can fucking think. And it's thinking about you, and it's thinking about me.
Which I actually just recently rewatched to prepare for this video. It's very good, but very slow. George Lucas offers a bleak vision of a future where even religion has been assimilated into the machinery of the state. In the underground dystopia that the movie takes place in, humans are subservient to robots, and they offer confessions to a computerized deity called Om 0910. Om's face is a serene, stylized image of a man who kind of resembles Jesus Christ. The machine's face appears on a screen in a confessional booth and delivers automated salvation through phrases like, quote, "You are a true believer. Blessings of the state, blessings of the masses." The movie presents this future where spirituality and worship has been mechanized. It's a direct critique of both technological control and the hollowing out of spiritual life in an increasingly automated society. The 1970s also saw a surge in...
Wow, I didn't even fucking remember what that movie was about. That's fucking crazy. I wonder if fate is a real thing, man. Like, I wonder if people really do have a fate, and if you're destined to do something no matter what. You know? I don't know, man. Shoot, I see 6 of y'all locked in with me, man. Thank you guys. I don't know who it is, but for those of you that have been here unwavering for this whole little discussion, I thank y'all guys so much, man. Everybody that's ever supported my channel, I love you guys so much. And I want y'all to know that just because I feel like this does not devalue the way I feel about you guys. Because even if y'all were AI, I would still love and respect and cherish the time that I've spent with you guys more than y'all could ever imagine. And I mean, I pretty much said everything I have to say for now on this subject. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I love you guys. I hope y'all are keeping y'all's eyes open. All three of them, man. Keep that third eye open. Keep your instincts in tune. Keep your butthole tight. I'm just playing. But I love you guys. And I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. But I love you guys, man. And Jen, good night. I love you. Take care. And I will talk to y'all guys later. Remember, guys, there's your side, there's her side, and there's the blind side. Blindside News. Y'all be good. I'm out of here. Peace.